"You'll rot in here," my son screamed. His eyes were wide, spit catching the corner of his mouth, his knuckles white around the brass key. Then the door slammed, lock clicking like a gavel. Silence. The echo of his footsteps retreated down the driveway. My own blood, my only child, locking me inside my own house, without food, without water. Not out of madness, no, out of greed. He thought he had won, but he didn't know about the basement. I raised him alone. His father left when he was 5. I told myself the boy was all I had, the anchor to keep me from drifting into bitterness. I worked, I saved, I sacrificed. He was my son. When he got older, he learned how to smile like his father. That smile could strip a person of reason. Women handed him their loyalty, friends their trust. He handed nothing back. I saw it. I didn't want to. The first betrayal was small, missing money from my purse. A shrug, a lie, and then a joke to make me feel guilty for asking. I forgave him. A mother always does. But lies grow teeth. When my husband died, there was a small insurance payout, enough to cover the house, enough to keep us safe. I told my son we were secure. I saw the hunger in his eyes then. He was already planning. The real evidence came last winter. A letter, misdelivered, sloppy of him. Bank paperwork with my forged signature. He had emptied one of my accounts. I remember staring at that page, my hands still, my heart not. It was betrayal in ink. I didn't confront him, not yet. I learned to wear stillness like a mask. I made dinner. I laughed at his jokes. I nodded when he told me lies about working late. Inside, I was arranging pieces on a board. I began visiting the courthouse during the day, learning, quietly moving my assets. I filed papers that he didn't know existed, changed wills, transferred deeds. Everything legally sealed, notarized, irreversible. The house? Mine. The savings he thought would be his? Gone, hidden where he could never touch it. And in the basement, well, that was my insurance policy. The night he locked me in, he was clumsy with rage. He accused me of being in his way. "I deserve this house," he shouted. "I deserve what's mine. You've lived long enough." He thought starving me would break me, that I'd beg, that I'd crawl to the door and offer him everything just for a glass of water. But the basement held more than shadows. I had prepared. Canned food, water jugs, blankets, enough to outlast his tantrum. I sat on the cool stone steps and smiled in the dark. Then I wrote the message. He received it the next morning, a single line on his phone. "You forgot what's in the basement." I knew the exact second he read it. His car tires screeched into the drive, keys rattled at the door, frantic hands fumbling. He burst inside, shouting my name, panic cracking his voice. That was the moment I wanted, to see fear in him. Not the fear of losing me, but the fear of losing control. "Mother?" he called. The word sounded foreign now. I stayed quiet until he was near the basement door. Then I spoke, low, steady. "I know everything you've done." He froze. His breathing quickened, shallow and ragged. He turned slowly, like prey realizing the hunter is behind him. What do you mean?" I stepped into the light, calm, composed, holding the documents he thought were hidden. Bank statements, forged signatures, proof. I let each page fall at his feet like a judge delivering sentence. "You wanted this house? It's not yours. You wanted my money? It's gone. You wanted me gone? You locked yourself into your own prison." His eyes darted toward the door. Too late. I had replaced the locks the week before. The key in his pocket was useless. "You can't do this," he stammered. But I already had. I watched him unravel. He pulled at the knob, slammed his fists against the wood, screamed like a child denied a toy. The same boy who once cried for candy in a grocery aisle was now clawing for escape in his own mother's home. I didn't touch him. I didn't strike him. That would have been mercy. Instead, I let the silence grow. I let him feel the weight of walls he thought would cage me, but now closed around him. Then I gave him my final words. "You'll rot in here." The police came 2 days later, but not for me. They came for him. The papers I'd gathered, the fraud, the forged signatures, they spoke louder than my voice ever could. I let the law carry him out in handcuffs, screaming my name as if it still had power. When the house was quiet again, I sat at the kitchen table and ate slowly, deliberately. Each bite tasted like freedom. For the first time in years, I felt no weight on my chest, no doubt, no guilt, just clarity. He thought betrayal would break me. He forgot who raised him. I raised him to believe he was clever. I raised myself to be patient, and patience is sharper than any blade. Would you like me to extend this with more psychological torment in the climax, drawing out his realization step by step?